What is up, everyone? If you want to dominate with the new Pantheon jungle, then you're going to have to watch this video. Let me make it very easy for you on how to play Pantheon jungle and how to climb with it. Right, in this game, we're going to be playing in Masters Division. I'm going to be playing against the Sejuani jungle. Rune setup is pretty much the standard. You want to go Conqueror, Inspiration. Your builds are like Sundered Sky, into Cleaver, sort of build path, into, some tankier items. For Pathing, you can start red or blue. Generally start for a Folklore. This game, I'm against an Ashe Lulu. So for me, I despise those champions, especially Lulu. I think Lulu is the devil. So I always try to camp the hell out of her, especially with Pantheon. You're sort of in this position where you could easily kind of control one lane very well. For example, if I don't want the top laner to play the game, if I want to really make the enemy support really not play the game. And then you're pretty much always in these situations where you can control that. So generally, though, you're playing for your full clear and you're going to be starting Q level 1, maxing Q, and then W second. Here with your smite, you can easily just prep it with Empower Q. And I like to start W second, sometimes E. E is like a bit faster, but W just gives you a better sort of skill order, I would say. And yeah, your Q will always crit around 200 HP, so as you're kind of leveling, it's going to go up and up, but generally the threshold early, very early, is like 200. It goes to 300, 400 sort of thing. Here, you always want to kind of line up your Raptors. I always like to get that Empower Q and then sort of just move around here. And Empower W is always the best ability to do just because of how it works. It pretty much stacks up your next empowered ability. That little bar you see underneath the view is what you're trying to focus on. So we see some weird plays by Sejuani's going for a level... So going for a level 3 bot is what it looks like. So I'm going to try to make my way here. It's actually trying to invade me. So here we're actually able to go on her. So we're just going to go on her really fast. And we should be able to get that kill there. I do have my Q ready, but honestly, I might just be down to go farm it up. My pot was a bit late there. When you're in these sort of fights, I would consider them more all-in fights. You do want to pot up a bit earlier, and it would have been much easier to win that. But in general, just be really confident if the other person's walking in your jungle and stuff like that. Just really teach them a lesson. Issues in that fight was just tanking blue buff. You see how I was really taking a lot of damage just from the blue buff itself. But overall, I mean, Pantheon is just extremely strong. So you should be pretty happy with these sort of fights. Like, I'm not, especially when you're playing against a Haram pig like the Sejuani. You really got to really put her down, especially on Ramadan. And here, Empower W. I'm level 4. Start with Empower W, auto 3 times, and Q. Here I will help him, but it's going to be a second for me to go there. Damn, us both going that way was a sin. I should have went the other way. Rakan just had to go the other way too. Probably would have killed too. Really do need to base here though. Lulu should have died there. Rakan should have went down, or I should have went down and Rakan would have gone up. Either way though. She flashed, so we're pretty happy with that. I love this upgrade by... I always really do like to go for the tunneler. I think Sejuani, 50% chance she could be on my Krugs. With the Jax, just peaked a bit. But he's a top laner, so they don't actually have any idea about map positions or map control. So you just have to hope that she didn't actually take my top side. So here we're in a good position. I like to start Empower W, Q, and the E ability, we didn't really have too much to talk about, but it's pretty straightforward. When you're farming, you're not really using it for that much. Besides, you're getting that one hit. And in this meta, it's really just about farming. Like, you have to be able to get your clear cycles whenever you can. Here, I like the W here just to line it up. And I really emphasize on just getting my clear cycles. Like, you have to make sure you don't fall behind farm-wise. Board grubs are in 40. This Tryndamere is looking like a really spicy situation. I could get this Ahri here, so what I'm waiting for is just a fast position. If we get it low enough, we can actually get a Xerath ulti on 6, maybe. But Xerath's no mana. But Lulu's here too. Damn, I should have went upwards, but it's okay. His Zera Flash was a bit late. Honestly, it was a bit weird too. I'm not sure what he was trying to hit the Arion with that. My W stun cooldown's not as long as you would hope. But I wasted way too much time. I mean, once the Ari flashes out, the play is done. You want to move on with your life. I should have just went straight for the top side. Playing for grubs can be good here. I'm not against the idea of void grubs. This should be a kill. Oh my god, they missed each ability. No, not like that. Again, I don't really want to waste too much time, right? I'm trying to get the grubs. But now we kind of missed out on position. We should get his ultimate if we can. Should be able to get a kill here if we walk up. Dude, Lulu is the spawn of Satan, is what I've been saying. The actual spawn. Here, we've been spending way too much time not really farming. I really need this farm. I really need this crab. I'm not going to be able to get it. It's awkward now, because you can easily get evaded from here. Even though Lulu could just walk in and kill me. But I do have my smite up, so I can heal up a bit. Yeah, the game gets spicy. You have to be careful about that. Sejuani could be an easy kill here, so I'm just going to kite my camp. Get my level up here. With my ulti up, it's quite nice. We'll play for a dragon here. It's not really a big deal. You always want to sort of explore the idea of objectives. Objectives are good. They're great. Him coming in is actually quite surprising, just because I think they lose. You don't have smite in these situations, but your empowered Q does a lot of damage. You can easily smite Q at like 300, I usually go. Or I guess Varus W does more than my smite. But yeah, in situations where your smite is down, Pantheon Q has a crit modifier, especially on monsters. It does insane amounts of damage. So yeah, I mean, this game, haven't been farming the best, but sometimes it's really weird with how games can be. You just have to make the best out of it. I do have ultimate. I do have an option to go on bot, but there's a bit of a gap in sort of experience, I would say. I think I have to go now. Oh my god, the CC was too much. If I could have maybe got, dodged the Sejuani Q, get on Ashe faster before the stun, I probably could have got something going there. But overall, I mean, I still got a few good amount of kills in. Team, things are going a little weird, but it's not that bad. This buy is going to be huge for me. And I'm just going to go into like my item buys here. Now I like to go into Cleaver. And once you go Cleaver, you can go into the tankier builds. You can go straight Sterix. Usually it's people have been going Unending Despair a lot. I think it's good, but you also, if you want more damage, Sterix can be really good as well. So it's sort of up to you in those situations. So Tryndamere is a bit fed, but he already stole my jungle, which is a problem. Don't think I'm going to be able to get him here. I'm going to get this wave anyways. I hate this Tryndamere stuff where they're just like literally stealing your jungle nonstop. That's what I was worried about. If I have like a Tryndamere in this situation, this Tryndamere is going to be an issue for me because he'll be stealing a lot of my jungle. Should be on a reset here, but they could set up a trap as well. I need Rakan early to be grouped up with me, so we can actually just be in positions to fight. For example, this Lulu. despise Lulu, by the way. Also, yeah, we're not in position at all. Trimmer didn't really base yet, so he didn't really have that much money. But you shouldn't go in just because your team is not grouped up around you, right? You shouldn't just be forcing bad fights because maybe you're upset, maybe you're not happy. Maybe you feel like your team should be around you, but they're not, stuff like that. You generally don't want to be over-forcing in those situations. And that's a reflection of just bad decisions. In those situations, you just give it up and go farm. Especially when it comes to these objectives, they really don't matter in the end. What I've found out from solo queue is it really doesn't matter. Like, you just farm in those situations and you're perfectly fine. It's more about like a frustration thing where you want to do it because you're mad, you're upset about stuff. So here I have two options. I can just force boss side before I make like my top side move, or I can kind of like build and just go for like this kind of play here. I think this one could be good. Get the W on him. So what I'm gonna do is actually take his whole wave, right? We really want to make sure you can capitalize on whichever farm ends up being for free, right? This is just a free situation for me. Make sure you get the cannon too. And I'm just gonna be making a lot of money off that. I don't have any grubs, so taking autoing tower is not really gonna get me that many plates because I'm very slow in it. But a kill like that will definitely help your game a lot. And your E, your empowered E gives you that movement speed, right? So you use it a lot of times to just catch up, to get onto people, and it's really good. I could try for like empowered Q that situation, but I mean, I just wanted to get onto them, and I thought that would be the best situation. So every time you ulti, you're always going to have an empowered ability ready. That's just how it is. Already know ultimate, which is good. She's actually close to Q shot range, but she has to go forward for that. Chunking her a bit is good here, especially because I can take bot side crab. And I'm really just trying to get my cleaver so I can actually scale a bit here. Killing the Lulu would always be good too. Like we talked about, Lulu is just the queen of pain. Beautifully done, Zero. Ooh, missed that. That's a free dragon. Flash on Ashe, flash on immobile champions. Why? Because you can, and if you get on top of them, it's extremely easy to lock them down. Whenever you have an engaged support, sometimes you need to be the one to pull that trigger first, because they're very not very confident in engaging. You must take the lead like the man should, and allow them to kind of follow up on your engages. The point and click stun, the flash combo is essential to Pantheon. You see with E, a lot of times holding E, it's not really going to give you that much more damage. You're only going to hold E's in like fights. When you're farming, you're pretty much only letting E block one hit, and then you're pressing it again for the extra smash damage. The E has that two-part mechanic to it. Smash right after. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. But as you farm more, honestly, it doesn't really change your clear that much. Sometimes I just save it in case I'm about to get cheesed. But you're never really using empowered E's. Empowered E's are like for movement speed or for team fights where you want the extra armor and MR. I'm close to cleaver. It's greedy to stay on this base timer, but honestly, I'm just like whatever about it. If I can greed, sometimes it's good to greed. Trinmere took this a while ago. Them making those plays there is a bit spooky because I'm not really going to be there. But I don't mind killing Trinmere here. His speed Tryndamere build is so stupid. You really got to have him in like a scared situation, or else he runs rapid. And honestly, this situation, they're making the ball plays. I have no choice but to force here. Take Gromp, stuff like that. If Ahri moves, this is what I'm concerned about, or Sejuani bases. Mostly the Ahri move right now. Could easily be here. it looks like they actually base, which is good for me. Most likely checking the camps. So here, the cleaver buy. I'm looking for this cleaver buy. Honestly, it might go on me here. I might have to run. No, I'm good. Okay. So cleaver buy is like, I have to make good on this cleaver buy. It's really where I'm strongest. And best way to use it is to make these sort of plays around maybe this Ari. There's another charge. It's a problem. Lulu's here too now. Maybe I'm going to catch Lulu out here. Might come this way. There's a good angle. I'm going to go in. Hopefully I can get on Ashe right away. I'm power E in this situation. Oh man, if we really needed to get someone there, it might still be okay, but yeah, we really need to go on the Ashe there, not the Lulu. We will see though. It is winnable, but maybe a bit tricky. I need to upgrade my boots. They're pretty AD heavy, but we need Merc Treads here. They have a lot of crowd control. So I'm probably just going to save up and get my Merc Treads soon. I mean, Lulu's completely busted. That champion does so much value. The fact that they haven't nerfed her is just such a joke of the game. Rakan, I mean, he should just went on the Ashe. I feel like his engage was just so bad. With Cleaver, I should be able to kill her. My Rakan doesn't hold W for so long. I'll go on Lulu fast. Now I'm going to kite a bit. If we actually get an Ashe flank here, it's really good. Very nice. Beautifully done. Yeah, just how we planned it, lads. Honestly, with Earth Drake coming up soon, it's really nice for us. Because we can actually play for the the Dragon Soul. And the Dragon Soul would win us this game because I'm going to be a beast of a man. A god, if you will. Yeah, I mean, I hate playing against support. Enchanters like are so broken. I really need my Varus to help me here, and then we should be good. If we get this third Drake, we're honestly just so good. Like, game-wise, we're going to be chilling hard. I'm going to be really tanky against their comp, too. I'm going to get my Merc Treads soon. Don't really care about Lulu here. I'm just trying to... You can always smite around 1200. If you want to be really clean about it, your Q will do like 400 or 500. You can smite around like 1500, 1600. So just remember that if you want to be really nice about it, play around that threshold, you can as well. And with the thing with the seeds or the roses, the big roses are really good to grab. The small ones are really not that important. So this is what we call a big rose. You always want to hit them. Small ones, you don't really care for. Problem we're in here is no one's even around to even do much about this Otacon, so I don't know if I'm supposed to be the one in charge of it. I might look for Ari as she rotates towards it though. Damn. They could easily be on it, we have no vision. Still pretty healthy. The thing is, it makes you really squishy, so... have to back out though. Trinimir is coming to dive us. Let's just get out. Thing is, I'm gonna base and come right back. That's why I'm actually doing what I'm doing. And I can always ulti back in too. I can actually steal it here too, so I'm gonna be going under here. I'm going for her. You take care of that. I earned this kill. Gamasi. Yeah. I've earned it all. And yeah, he got the roses. We're able to kind of capitalize on that. The good thing about Pantheon, he has that re-enter ability. You're able to kind of go in and come back out. You'd love to see that. And unending sterics are like the core items in my opinion. Sometimes you can go like randoms against a heavy armor comp. Thing is with Rakan, we should be able to get her. You just ease on me. I have W coming up now. I mean, there's no reason not to kill her, right? Right away, there was a fight. Most likely her ultimate was timed out, stuff like that. Always good to play around. And I'm gonna probably just farm a bit here because I haven't based yet, even though I probably should have. But a base timer could be good here if I can get in. I can squeeze it in. Without my R though, I'm not really gonna be able to join that. I'm gonna have to go for the fight now though. Got Tryndamere. Oh, how am I so slow? Damn, he actually hit that over the wall. Problem is Ari's coming now. This might not be a good fight. I'm just gonna smite. Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't going to be a good fight. Should have left after the blue. I may have been able to exit that area. You definitely don't want to be overstaying. Oh, geez. Just auto Varus. Come on, man. Okay, Rakan, you somehow live there. And Ari... Oh, yeah, tank it. We have Dragon Soul in 40. This is where the core game is going to be played at. Probably going to buy pink because this objective is going to be an important objective. Now, you definitely want to be a part of. And yeah, empowered E in team fights. So if I'm going to ulti in, I'm going to land. And I'm probably going to land in a weird spot. Always empower E. It's just the most important thing to do. This ability gives you so much armor and MR. Pretty much makes you unkillable for like 5 seconds, 4 seconds. So in initial fights, I usually want to try to go for that empowered E. If you're not using them in team fights, you're going to miss out. Especially because it's a long cooldown. You're generally trying to squeeze one in quick. And then your next ones are probably going to be like the Qs and stuff. Personally, I think we should just zone them here. It's a perfect spot to put it for them. And my smite does like 1200, so we can actually kind of zone this. I might have to ulti in for this fight. So I'm going to ulti on the back line here. This situation, we can probably get the Ashe. E, if I can. Go on Ari. Ari in power Q. Oh, we got her. Nice. Sweeper. I'm just going to keep running them down here if I can get another W. Might be a kill angle. If nothing, we're just going to go for the Baron play. I mean, we get Dragon Soul, Q Smite. I mean, you're so good at securing objectives, right? That's a big thing. When you can just secure objectives the way Pantheon can, you shouldn't really be shy at all when it comes to that. Just Q Smite around 1500, for example, in this situation. That's something I would have been generally looking for. I wouldn't hate the idea of killing Lulu here just because of how much I despise her. But it looks like we might be able to one-shot Sylvan here. that's how we do it in the hood. Get him. But I really have no much else to do. So I probably want a base here. And usually I'd probably go into Sterix. I still don't really see MR as a concern, so I'm not going to really go for that. I have a good amount of resist. If I really need an MR item, you can always go like Conic Return, Rokern. But with this build, I mostly want to emphasize on damage. So my build will always be like as much damage right now. Sterix is pretty much always the best option. Unending is just really nice for the extra healing and just giving you a bit of everything. But your build always revolves around 8 HP, right? So you're always building these HP items and makes you really strong to team fights. Q spamming as many times as possible, stun into Qs, E into the direction, right? Like your E is directional, so you always want to position yourself in these sort of good directions to make the most out of it. Before Baron pushes, I love just getting red buff, so I always try to get our red buff. Especially with our champions, we can easily set up like an ulti into them later. So that's something I like to do a lot. Them already getting pushed out is good for me. It means actually I can be the one to take, you know, maybe the split push. Here, I might just go in. Just because I think we can maybe. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to be... I was worried Tryndamere was coming, but it looks like Tryndamere is actually splitting, so we're able to kind of take that. Remember, empowered E, right? Ooh, a close but no cigar. The empowered E is going to be giving you insane amounts of armor and MR, so you always want to take advantage of that. That, I was obviously playing a little too deep. I wanted to throw the spear, but I accidentally, you know, clicked it. Mostly because she went into her dash thing right after. But it's no big deal, so what I'm going to do is build into my final components. You could go more damage like a Spear Sojin, but your last item slot is always a bit awkward because you don't really have the place to make much of your components. So you always have to think, what can I sit on that can save me a lot of time? Something strong. Do I really need MR? Realistically, no, because this Ahri's not that strong. Could I go another armor item? I could go into like a Randuin. This guy's also building crit. So it's like most likely my build would be like this or Randuin's is like what I'm thinking. More armor to negate a lot of their damage. Or more damage to just kill them better and quicker. Because I have a lot of kills, it's always, you know, reasonable to be like, maybe I want more damage. Here I'm just going to be running in, looking for the ulti on the back line. Takes some time to get there, but I'll make my way there soon. So, this situation, I think I could just dive on them. So what I'm going to do is just line it up real far. Unfortunately, I could cancel that. Push this wave out. Should be able to end here, most likely. Really tanky. Just autoing tower would be good here. Remember, in power Q, E will pretty much guarantee. We're going to be really tanky, but maybe not tanky enough, though, unfortunately. I'm not sure what my team was doing in the meantime. I guess the tower, the wave was gone. I needed to kill that Lulu. She just randomly healed for like a gazillion HP. And it's always nice to see that. I despise that champion, truthfully, dearly. I really do very much despise Lulu. But this game I'm probably going to go into like a Randuin just because of how much just straight face auto attack damage I'm taking. Elder is up. Oh, I didn't even realize that, but they're kind of trolling. Ashe has no summoners. it was a Hail Mary for sure by them. It was a Hail Mary for sure. You gotta respect that. Can they win off that? Maybe if they got the Elder. In this situation, I can just end it with my ultimate. So most likely it's going to be GG. But yeah, I mean, very strong late game if your comp is in a really good spot. So don't worry so much about Pantheon scaling. Just play him really well early and mid. Play around the conditions. Play around your emotions or maybe not your emotions. I made mistakes this game, but that's just how it is. You're always going to make mistakes as you play the game. But hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Good luck on the game. Good luck on the climb. And I'll see you guys in the next one.